on his injury, but they like both rookies. They don't plan to trade either one in the next coming days. They appear to be in the plans as they move forward to the roster. Then you got the New Orleans Saints, so they're still battling this out. No firm clarity yet on who the starter will be. It appears that Spencer Rattler, the second-year quarterback, has had a little bit of an edge over Tyler Shuck, the rookie, but they want to see more. They're giving this time to play out, so this weekend will be absolutely crucial as far as how the pecking order goes.
That is everything that we need to know heading into the regular season, because we know especially that Browns QB situation is where everyone has their eyes on.
Hey, we got some breaking news here into SportsCenter. Adam Schefter reports the Commanders are trading running back Brian Robinson to the 49ers for a 2026 sixth-round pick. And Washington didn't play its lead back from the previous 3 seasons in the last preseason game, and they were looking for a trade. San Fran has, of course, Christian McCaffrey as their lead running back. Meanwhile, the Micah Parsons contract saga continues to take turns. And with the 4-time Pro Bowler still holding in, no talks happening, Dallas owner and GM Jerry Jones made the media rounds, giving his side of the story. He went one-on-one with Stephen A. Smith.
There's right now about 3 entities involved in the Micah Parsons deal that really count, and that's not to dismiss everything about the organization and the Cowboys.
What are the 3 entities?
Micah, me, sitting out there, and about a mile back is that agent. These are the 2 to get it done. Always has. And these are the 2 that be sitting there working it out when it hits the fan, when it's not between the lines on that contract. That's why I'm going to do it. Micah's got agent.
Yeah. David Mulligetta, to be exact.
And that agent is within a phone call of talking about any detail that was there and was available with any detail that was there. We have agreed on how long this is going to be, and we've agreed on the amount of guarantees it's going to be.
You and Micah.
The package is the biggest ever paid a non-quarterback. That's where we are.
Right.
That's where we are.
But
because a third party, rather than me and Micah, has got to come in. Why? Because he's got to get his fingerprint on it?
Come on, Jerry.
Come on, please. He's got to get his fingerprint on it. You're not talking to the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. You're talking to the general manager of the Cowboys. And so all these teams, owners, may not be involved. But in this case, I am the general manager. My job is to do the contract.
Now you can hear Stephen A's hour-long conversation with Jerry Jones on Stephen A's YouTube channel. So let's bring in our senior NFL writer, Bill Barnwell, here. So the contract talks are at a standstill. We're less than basically 2 weeks away before the Cowboys face the Eagles and Saquon Barkley. And we all know Cowboys couldn't stop a nosebleed defensively, much less Saquon Barkley in the run. So how much of a drop-off should we expect if Micah Parsons is not on the field for the Cowboys?
Oh, it's nothing. All it does is they go from being the best defense in football with him on the field over the last 4 years to the worst defense in football without him on a little over 1,000 snaps over the last 4 years. Just first to last, not really that big of a difference. I mean, Jerry Jones, or whatever he wants to say about where he and Micah's agent are, the Cowboys need Micah Parsons if they want to have any hope of competing this upcoming season. It is as simple as that. You are not going to win enough games to make it to the postseason if you don't have Micah Parsons available for the vast majority of the campaign. And so he can go and do interviews with whoever he wants. He can say whatever he wants. This deal needs to get done. I believe it's still going to get done, but Jerry is stretching it out, as he usually does, for as long as possible.
Okay, you know, Parsons, by the way, has recorded at least 12 sacks in each of his first 4 seasons. Only the late, great Reggie White has done that. Of course, our breaking news here from Adam Schefter. The Commanders are sending Brian Robinson Jr. to the 49ers. So what does this do for San Fran's offense?
Gives them a little bit of peace of mind, I think, at the running back position, because we know how good Christian McCaffrey can be. We also know, unfortunately, how dangerous it can be to rely on him for 17 games. 3 of the last 5 years, he's missed significant time at running back. So Last year they had Isaac Guerrero come in. Isaac Guerrero is a talented young player. He's more of a home run threat. He's not that consistent between the tackles, going to get you 3, 4, 5 yards guy. Getting Robinson in there in that mix, there's a little more kind of confidence they can have him on for 10 or 12 snaps a game, rotate him in more often, and get more consistently what's blocked there up front. So I don't think he's going to be a home run hitter. Don't think he's going to be a superstar there on a one-year deal basically in San Francisco, but good landing spot, opportunity to be maybe the lead guy if McCaffrey gets hurt, and maybe be a secondary piece, filter in for a couple drives per game, give McCaffrey more of a rest and feel like you're not going to miss out by having your star running back on the sidelines with a very good starting caliber running back now as your number 2.
Yeah, obviously injuries have been the issue for McCaffrey, especially the past few seasons. It's good to have Robinson now there as a backup. Our senior NFL writer, Bill Barnwell.
Joining us from Kansas City is our Chiefs reporter, Nate Taylor. And Nate, the Chiefs have had 6 months to digest and refocus coming off their Super Bowl loss. So what more can you share about their learning experience since February?
Yeah, the Chiefs learned quite a bit in their beatdown of a loss in Super Bowl 59. And fellas, I can tell you that the Kansas City Chiefs understand that they have to better protect Patrick Mahomes. Now, what we're going to see, of course, in the regular season is a new revamped left side of the offensive line. That involves Kingsley Suamataia, the former second-round pick, going to left guard, and obviously Josh Simmons, the first-round pick in this year's draft at left tackle. With better protection, should Patrick Mahomes receive that this year, the Chiefs should get more explosive on offense, and that means having his 3 weapons, most notably Xavier Worthy, the fastest man on the team. Then you have Rashee Rice, who will still be available at least early on in the season, as we know as of now, and Hollywood Brown, who has yet to play a snap with Xavier Worthy and with Rashee Rice on the field at the same time. So they need to be more explosive. And by the way, can Isaiah Pacheco, the starting running back, get back to what he was doing in the 2023 season coming off that leg injury? If those things happen and Patrick Mahomes gets better protection, the Chiefs should be a more explosive offense, which is something that we did not see early on in the Super Bowl last year.
And one thing we know is that there's only been one team that's made the Super Bowl 4 straight seasons. That was the Bills, who did it 1990 through 1993. Now the Chiefs face off with the Bears in the preseason finale tonight. Our Bears reporter, Courtney Cronin, said earlier that Chicago starters may play as much as KC starters. So how much will we see Mahomes and the first teamers tonight?
I think we're going to see Patrick Mahomes at least through the first quarter, maybe even into midway the second quarter before you start pulling guys like Travis Kelce and Chris Jones off the field as well. Now, that is in part because, again, the Chiefs will have essentially a rookie in Josh Simmons, probably the best part of their offseason so far, and Kingsley Suamataia at left guard. So you want your left tackle and your left guard to get as many reps as possible in tonight's preseason finale against the Chicago Bears in anticipation, obviously, for Week 1 against the San Diego Chargers in Brazil. So I think we're going to see a decent amount of Patrick Mahomes. Hollywood Brown is potentially available for tonight's game. Again, he has not played in the preseason so far, and obviously Rashee Rice is another guy that you need to keep in mind because the more he can play in the upcoming preseason, the more he can look forward to this season starting in Brazil as well.
Nate, we appreciate your time, brother, and tell your dog we appreciate his little cameo on SportsCenter as well.
Yes, of course Maple got on the television show.